And this hangout is live. All right. So we're going to keep going. I'm going to check to see if the news feed, if the feed is coming in correctly. Yep. All right, cool. So we got it going. Right. So welcome, everybody. We're so glad you are here. You're here, you're watching this, you've been coming back to these webinars, and I'm just so incredibly grateful for you. Now, if you're hearing a fan going, it's because it's blazing hot as to where I am right now. It's so weird. Like here in New England, it can be like really cold out, and then it can be really nice out. Well, today it was beautiful. It was gorgeous all day long. And when I get back in the house, it's just really, it's a little warm. It's not as nice outside. So, but we got a fan going, and it feels great. So, hopefully, you've been having a peaceful, productive week. I know that I have been so incredibly peaceful for the last, I can tell you, the last good 6 months, I have never had this much peace. And all my days and all my career, and I just give all the glory to God. And I'm just really thankful to Him every single day. That I'm just so thankful to be alive and to have purpose and passion, and to make an impact on people. So so how would you feel if you got into a situation where okay, I'm ready to get started in this internet business thing. I want to start selling stuff online, but I really don't know what to sell. And how to start making money. A lot of people will get into the industry and they will just make too many decisions all at once. A lot of leaders, including the ones I follow, and I've been agreeing with them more and more lately, is that you've got to pick something that you resonate with, that you are really passionate about, something that says, this is who I am. This is a representation of what I love to do. Now, a lot of people who are just the health and fitness nuts, they will join an MLM where the products, the service, the opportunity will absolutely be the most beneficial for your health. And then that's what they go with because that's what they are always thinking about every single day. Now, when I first got in this industry, there were just opportunities everywhere I looked, and I honestly could not focus on what am I supposed to be doing. And I remember getting my first commission I remember getting my very first commission on the internet, and it was just one of those things where I actually thought, hey Dave, been thinking about you a lot this week, man. Been praying for you. Been so glad to have you here, man. Awesome to see you. So I could remember that when I first got in this industry and I started to see a pattern on what other people were doing to make money, I started to take action on that, and it was brutal. It was just gory. I could not sleep. I could not think anything else other than I just want to make that first commission on the internet. And it was just mind-blowing to me that all these people could just consistently make money. And I'm like, I just want to make one. I just want to get my first one. And I remember that I found a product on a website that okay, I really like this, and I believe it's totally legit. They even had a sample product. It was actually for woodworking plans, where you could sell somebody else's woodworking package for $65 or whatever, and you get 75% of that. And you get $45 a pop. And I'm like, wow, man, that is so cool. And I really like the product. I believe in it. So now that I think about it, I should go back and get that, because I honestly have been so busy building stuff. I'm like, man, I should go back and get that, But then that's something I'm really passionate about. You could revolve your entire, first 90 days into a passion that you have, and just get incredibly good at that. Now, a lot of people, when they get in this industry, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to sell something. I can remember when I first saw this new app that came out for a sports app that came out. Everybody was jumping in on it because they love sports, and they put the word sports and make money together, and they were sold into it. They were just all about it, but they didn't know how. They didn't know anything about marketing. They didn't know anything about putting themselves out there and building rapport with people, and it was I can tell that the companies, when they were getting into this, I'm like, they're gonna struggle so much because people getting in this, they're just the guys at work. They love to talk about sports. They know sports. They don't know marketing. They're not educated. They don't understand any of that stuff. So when I got into it, I could just see the company affiliate link just everywhere I go. You know, I mean, I literally saw it so many places. And I'm like, these people are just taking the affiliate link and then posting it in a popular post. It's not what you got to be doing. You can't be doing that. And what they were doing was they were acting out of they didn't know what to do. So like, well, I'm just going to try this, you know, and that really comes down to, well, you need help. You need help. You need an education. You got to get connected with people who know how to do this. You got to know what to do, man. And the first thing you really should be starting to sell right off the bat is yourself, is by getting people to trust you before they trust the product. Because if you are the trustworthy product, if you are the person that is the go-to guy, they are going to fall in love with you, and they're going to want to do business with you all the time. They're going to come to you to learn about you know, scams. They're going to come to learn to you about you know, what are they going to, you know, it's funny, somebody actually just walked across the room and I didn't even realize it. They shut the blinds and I didn't even see who that was. I was like, that's kind of creepy. It just broke all my attention. So just like have to kind of bring it back and just go from there. But so what do you sell when you get started making, if you want to make money on the internet? Like I said, it keeps coming back to what you love to think about. What do you love? What would you love to make money doing? You know, would you love to make money, you know, selling something along the lines of like skydiving? I'm sure there's like a product where you can promote somebody's skydiving business and get paid commissions off of that. That's, you know, it's entirely up to you as to whatever it is that you're passionate about. There's definitely an affiliate program out there. But when you get involved, this is really the important thing. When you get involved with a product, you gotta know how to sell it. You can't just take it out there and throw it in front of everybody. You can't do that. You know, like the other day, we were having a yard sale, and I was deciding, okay, I'm gonna, you know, we're not getting enough people here to see all this stuff. So I created a Facebook ad, and I was targeting people, you know, within, you know, 10 miles of my location, saying, hey, you know, and I just put it out there like, hey, you know, there's a yard sale going on right now. But I kind of look back at it, and I'm like, okay, I'm targeting everybody in the area because everybody loves to go yard selling. And they love to just go from house to house and buy other people's stuff. They love it. They got all this stuff out on the lawn. They got all this stuff out in the garage, and you meet new people. I actually went to a yard sale. What was it? Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. It might have been yesterday. I can't remember. Time is going by so incredibly fast, you know, when I'm not working. But there was a yard sale going on, and my shooting buddy, he's like, "Hey, dude, there's a reloading kit that you should go get. It's on Craigslist right now at a yard sale. It's like wicked cheap. It was originally like 190 bucks, and he's like, you got to go out there. It's 40 bucks. Like, whoa, that's wicked cheap. So I'm gonna go get it. So I got up early. I drove out there. I couldn't find the place. I read the directions carefully, found out that the street wasn't on Google Maps, funny enough. And I ended up sending some feedback to Google saying, hey, the street doesn't exist. Thanks a lot. So, and then it actually looked like a newer street, so it probably, wasn't dated correctly. But I was able to get there like 20, 30 minutes after they started, and still had it. I bought it. I'm like, cool. All right. That dude was putting out their product, the right message in front of the right market. So it wasn't too difficult to sell that thing. It wasn't difficult at all. In fact, I wanted it more than somebody else. But he knew where that audience was. So he knew what to sell, who to sell it to. And there's really no other way to do that. I see a lot of people, they'll try to pitch me, and they'll try to sell me something. They'll try to get me in front of like an offer, an opportunity, and they'll say like, hey man, I got this great deal, I got traffic that you can sell and get money off of it. I've got, all sorts of wonderful things, that'll make your life amazing. You'll get big, whatever. So then I just tell them, look, I'm just too busy. I'm too busy trying to get good at one particular thing. I don't have time to be looking at something else right now. And some of them get mad. Some of them get nasty with me. Some of them just like get mad. And they spew out their opinions like, man, just look at it. Like, just take a look. And I'm like, no. No. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not interested. And it's really funny sometimes when people get out there. And what's interesting too is that some people say that they really want it. They're like, yeah, man, I want more information. Yeah, I'm ready to join. Yeah, I'm ready to do this. And they don't do nothing. And that's confusing. And it's really confusing. So we just got to deal with that and just wait patiently until we find the right person at the right place at the right time where, they just, they get in on this. So the one thing you absolutely must sell is yourself. You've got to sell your personality. You've got to be you. You've got to do this. Now you've been hearing this so many stinking times that like you're kind of getting sick of hearing it. But I didn't understand that. I just like couldn't get it. I couldn't get it. I couldn't understand what it means to sell yourself. And it wasn't until recently where I just kept hearing it over and over and over again from multiple different people. That's really where it came from. Like, you got to be yourself. You have to show, a little bit of your flaws. You have to show, your strengths, weaknesses, how you get started, where you came from, blah, blah, blah. So you get in on this kick where, yeah, okay, I'm going to sell myself. Now what? Once you start selling yourself, people will know who you are. They're going to like you. And once they like you, you build up enough of that audience, they're going to trust you. And when you got people who are hungry for a business, they want to start making money online, they want to start getting selling stuff on the internet so they can, have a second income coming in, which then they can replace their income. They're going to do practically anything they can to get some results. And the most important thing is to help them get their first result. They need your help to get their first result. And you need training in order to do that. You must have training in order to do that. So what do you sell online to start making money? Let's go into, I'm going to share my screen here. Look, here's us. Okay. So we are going to go, where is my thing? Oh, you know what? I have another page open. I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna switch it over. I jumped on the wrong page. I think I jumped on the wrong page here. No. Into the eternal whatever. Yeah, there we go. I think we're showing the right page. Okay. Okay, so it says that we're sharing the screen. All right, so this is what I highly recommend because this is a professional system that's going to help you understand how to sell yourself. This is where you need to get started before you go around and sell anything else. You got to get really, really good at building trust with people. This isn't something where you just start saying, well, I'm going to start off with a really great product, and if it doesn't work, well, then I'll fall back on my job. Well, that's not how you're going to be thinking. You can't afford to think like that. You got to be thinking about, how can I make this work? How in the world is this going to be working for me? This is what I needed to accept in order for me to get my first, a couple $100 days, and those results inspire me. And so with that, I'm just introducing you to my Lead System Pro, and this is what I use all the time to get, leads, to build, rapport with people, and it really becomes, it's just ingrained in me now. It's like you can't go back. Once you get into My Lead System Pro, it really is going to keep making an impact on you. When you start with MLSP, there is actually a quick start guide. It's got 6 steps on how to understand the foundation and the overview of how to sell yourself. This is really, really important because when you start selling other products, you really want to, let's just put it this way. I'm going to stop sharing my screen because I want to look at this camera right now. I gotta go back to this thing. I think my screen share is off right now. Okay. Let me ask you a question. If you like a particular band, if you like particular music, can you tell the difference between one particular group from another? Absolutely. You can definitely tell the difference between Nirvana and another band like Tool and another person like Mozart, for example, or John Williams, for example. The new Solo Star Wars movie came out. Awesome movie. You have to go see it if you are a Star Wars fan. It crushes absolutely. It crushes all the other movies. It is that good. I'm really, really, really picky when it comes to those movies. Go see it. It's fantastic. I'm probably going to go see it again really soon. But you can tell the difference between the music and the product. The product really is music in general. But people are totally different. The bands are totally different. The people composing the music is just completely different. And they don't have to be like anybody else. They could just be themselves, and they sell themselves out there. See, this is why it's really important for you to get out there and just start selling yourself, being yourself. Write the music that is to your taste, but it's going to attract people that are just like you, who like who you are, and you're going to start building up a big audience. That's the number one goal. If you got a product out there that other people are going to love, they're never going to stop listening to it. They're always going to go to it. They're always going to invite their friends to listen to it. It's just going to make an impact, and they're going to be talking about it for years to come. I remember when I first got started in this, I didn't know anything. But now I've gotten to the point where, okay, I'm getting results, but I'm getting around the right people who are getting the results that I really want. I can tell you this. What's really cool is when you start seeing people who weren't getting results that they liked at all, and then a year after that, they start getting, they got their first, $100,000 on the internet, and then a year later, they crossed over and they got their first $100,000 day. How in the world is that possible? because they have a massive list of people that say, I really want to buy what you got. They got a lot of customers. They got a lot of customers on the internet that want digital information. They want information. And information is really powerful. Knowledge really is powerful. You know, the Bible talks about how knowledge and wisdom and understanding is a far more greater and precious jewel than the finest gold on earth or the finest silver that could be bought. It is so precious, you should never ever get rid of it. And that is so true. You have a skill, you have knowledge, you have wisdom and understanding, and you can put it to work and solve problems for people. You're going to be the go-to guy. That's what you got to really stay focused on. You got to really stay focused on being the go-to guy for a particular, you know, whatever it is that like somebody else wants. I remember I was having this conversation with somebody who just loved dogs. You know, you can actually there's an affiliate program out there that you can start promoting somebody else's dog training, and you can get commissions off that. And when somebody else buys something else off of that guy, then you can get another sale out of that. And you could build relationships with these people. You could build communities with these people. And you can do Facebook Lives with them, and you can start getting even more information and sharing it with them and how to help them. And if you help other, you know, Zig Ziglar was the guy who said, if you can help other people get what they want, you know, you will get everything that you want. And that is a true fact. And if you're not getting the results that you want, it's because you're just not helping enough people. You're just not reaching out to enough people. You're not getting the people in front of you who to learn about who you are. People don't know you, you're not going to sell anything. People don't know who you are. When they see you, they're not going to trust you. I mean, they're not going to trust you immediately. But you've got to build rapport with people. You're going to get people to respond to you. And you're like, how do I do that? I've just been trying so hard, but struggling so much. It's probably because you're just trying to do it the way I was doing it, which was as little work as possible and try to get the maximum amount of results. You know how you get maximum results with as little work as possible? Is momentum. And momentum is like when you start a car and it takes a lot of power to get it up to speed. And then it could just go at one speed, 65 miles an hour, and just stay at that speed with very, very little effort. It uses fuel, but it doesn't use as much energy as it does to get started. And with that, you have to get that momentum. If you want to build that business with people, if you want to build that dream lifestyle, if you want to have that, you've got to get more people to watch your webinars. You got to get more people to watch your Facebook Lives. You've got to get more people to trust you. You have got to get more people checking you out. And that's the thing. You know, I would rather have a webinar where, you know, I've got people trusting me and they love what I'm talking about versus, you know, people who don't trust me, you know. So what else we got here? I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to talk about a few things. Think of what I want to do. Yeah. Come on. Let me share the screen. All right. A lot of people don't have a plan, right? This is the plan. 5 steps to fire your boss. This is what you'd be doing in order to get that first commission. Now, if you're paying attention to this, this is actually what the real people
who are getting real results, who are quitting their jobs, people that I've been in contact with, people that have been asking questions with, people that are just doing it right. This is what they constantly do. And it's so funny because I actually listened to another tutorial about, somebody spent $15,000 to go hang out with with some other top leader, and guess what? It was the same exact thing as what you're looking at right here. Anybody can do this, but this is not something that was easily discovered. People just don't naturally learn all these things. They learn it from other people. 10 minutes of your vision, meditation, visualization. We've talked about this. You got to sit down first thing in the morning, visualize and mentally rehearse stepping into the vision of your future potential, setting every single cell of your body on fire. You must get up a different person. Your goal is to sustain this new state of being throughout the day. You absolutely have to start thinking about, something beyond the first commission. That is an important one, but you must grow into the person of someone who has a vision. Somebody who's like, okay, I want to make money online because why? Because I want to make a little bit of extra money so I can learn a skill, bring in extra income. Okay, and then when you get that, what else are you going to do? I'm going to double that so I can have even more income towards debt. Oh, that's great. Then what after that? So, and then you keep adding on to that. You keep mentally rehearsing and pushing yourself so that you are visualizing, meditating and visualizing yourself, getting yourself out there, getting your mind out of the job mentality, being financially free. You got to keep thinking about something like that. 15 minutes of personal growth, personal development. I personally, let's see if I can hide this. I want to see if I can do this. Oh no, I'm gonna stop. My personal development in the morning, it begins with me thanking God, always thanking the living God for that. I work as an electrician. I work with a lot of heavy machinery. I still got all my fingers. I still got all my toes. I still got my sight, my hearing, and I'm just thanking God always. I start the day with a thankful, grateful heart, and with that, it manifests itself, and it gets translated, and into I'm just blessed. I really am a blessed person. Rather than focusing on the chronic, what was me mindset, what was me, I don't know what to do with my life, and my life doesn't really go in the direction that it wants to, whatever. You must wake up a different person, and you must change the way you think every single day, all throughout the day. And if you can, you got to get around the people who think like that all the time. That is going to make a massive impact on your mindset. When you get around the people who think a certain way that you want to think, or you should start thinking, then you're going to start waking up as just a brand new person. All right, let's get back into the warp zone. We're going to go warp all the way over there. All right, so I think we're, I keep thinking that we're sharing the screen, and hopefully at the end of the video I'm going to go back and check this out, because I think we're doing this right. But personal growth, personal development, you must always be learning, working on you by feeding your mind material that develops your millionaire mind. But a lot of people, they make it, the average person in the United States makes about 50 grand a year. So you can look at it like you're a 10,000 a year or 1,000 a year, if you want to look at it like that, which is a real word. If you start thinking about you cross over $1 million mark, now you're a millionaire. It's not too difficult start thinking like that. It's not. You just have to start changing the way you think. And that's by reading other people's material, other millionaires' books. Are great books to start reading: Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That book will absolutely give you, that is the best perspective on how a rich father thinks and how a poor father thinks, and how they teach and raise their children to think about money. Fantastic. It is fantastic. 1 hour of learning something new today. What are you learning that's like increasing your value in the marketplace? What are you learning? Are you learning, lead generation, traffic, blog setup, creating advertisements, creating content and syndication, prospecting, video marketing, copywriting? What is it that like you're learning every single day that's increasing your value? And then an hour of execution. If you're executing, if you're taking action, if you're just executing, if you're sucking it up and you're just doing what you need to do every single day for an hour, you will absolutely get results. You will absolutely get results. You just have to just keep being consistent. You must turn the knowledge that you gain each day into content that builds your audience, your business, your income. This is, when you start learning something new, you take an hour and execute it, and then you spend 2 hours networking, connecting with people, prospecting, and recruiting. And this is the money-making activity in any business. Now, I know that I fall short in this. I know that I fall short in networking with people and connecting with them and prospecting, and I know that I can be better than what I'm doing right now. And it's people who buy your product, service, and offer, and it's your job as the CEO of your enterprise to connect with people who are looking for the benefit of your product. If you want to make money fast in your business, you better be connecting and networking with people and getting as many exposures on your business product presentation as possible. Business in any industry is nothing more than marketing and innovation. If you're meditating, visualization, stepping into your vision every day, if you're consistently growing as a person, feeding your mindset every single day, if you are consistently learning new skills within your business as a business owner every single day, if you're consistently executing, implementing, teaching, creating content every single day, if you are consistently networking and meeting new people who are interested in your service every single day, you will succeed with your business. These are the 5 steps to fire your boss, being your own boss, being your own boss, succeeding. This is it. This is totally it. Let's go back into the Warp Brothers. Now, if you don't know who the Warp Brothers are, it's a techno band. Been on this techno kick on Pandora. But it is pretty cool. They definitely like Mario. Number one thing, selling yourself, being prepared to meet with people, to network with them, to build trust with them. You can't just take affiliate links and spill it out everywhere. You can't just take it and start pouring it out everywhere. I learned that the hard way, and I learned that, let me go back to my first commission. I remember, when I first got into this industry and I was trying to make money, I can remember that I put out that woodworking clients on the landing page, and I put advertisement to it, and it was like an advertisement for like 7search.com, and that was a yawn. And I can remember seeing that commission come in, And I thought for sure that now Seven Search is an advertising platform that just branches out, and they go all over the place on the internet, and they target people who are like in your particular niche. And I can remember getting my commission. I looked at it, and I actually called up my mom, and I'm like, "Did you buy this?" And I was serious. I thought she really went out and bought it. So no, I didn't buy it. I was like, somebody else did. And I was like, it really worked. That was my first real commission. And it was just so cool. I resonated with it. And I thank God for it. Because it just gave me that taste of this is what it's like to get those commissions. This is what it's like. And it's got to be those things where like you got to be so addicted to it that you got to get more. You got to get more commissions. You got to get enough so that it's starting to pay off some student loans, starting to pay off your RV loan, starting to put money towards down payment on a house or buy a house entirely. Those are things that takes a long time to do, but you got to start somewhere, and you got to get into that mindset, that shielded realm where you know what to do. And you do. Right now, you're wondering, what do I need to sell? What do I need to sell in order to start making money online? You have got to first realize that people want to do business with real people. They want to connect with you. They want to know who you are. They want to know, is this person somebody who's worthy of my trust? So you got to sell yourself first. You got to sell yourself and then your services, whatever it is. You got to do that first. You must sell yourself first. And don't sell yourself short, because you're unique. You are special. You're put on this planet at the right place at the right time. And I believe that you do have a true calling in your life, and that is to make an impact on people. Okay? And with God's help, you can definitely make an even greater impact. So with that being said, there is a button that says "Get Started Right Now." What you want to do is go ahead and you want to click on that button that says "Get Started Now." You want to get started now. You've been thinking about it. You've been coming to these webinars. You've been watching. So maybe this is your first time. Maybe you've been coming back. You watched one. You came back to this one. Like, okay, I'm ready to get started. What do I need to sell in order to start making money online? Click on the button below so you can get access to the system. This will teach you what you must focus on every single day in order to make money online. We're going to cut this webinar short right now, and thanks for watching. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one. I'm Rocket Rick. Thank you so much for being here. Take care.